No moral. He left here in a mess. Everywhere he's been a mess. Look up if you ever get a chance, watch the biography on him. Ain't nobody says anything good about this man. Why do we want him the face of our program? Our coach has got some morals. It can be the face, and the kids will come. Mothers right now know what he has did. They're going to take their kids and do something else, unless it's money. And it probably is money. But they better have a bunch of it. And if they hire Petrino, we're going to get right back 2 or 3 years in the same mess we're in right now.
Live from the Busch Light Studios with Ty Richardson.
You laughed at it.
And Tommy Kraft.
You don't have any morals, Ty. And produced by Colton Logan. This is the Morning Rush. We don't get home.
I think I have morals, Tommy. How dare you question my morals yesterday? That hurts me. You can say I'm stupid. You can insult my golf game or my intelligence, but to question my morals on a Thursday morning is just makes me hurt inside, man.
Good. I'm going to double down then today. That's what I'll do. I'll just double down.
Football Friday here on the Morning Rush. You heard a call from Paul in Pea Ridge yesterday, who's very against the hiring of Bobby Petrino or taking the interim tag off, however you want to frame it. I'm just telling you, brace for impact. It's coming. I thought about this a lot last night, just leading up to today's show and this upcoming game against Auburn, which I think the Razorbacks are going to win tomorrow against the Tigers. Brace for impact, because they are going to hire Bobby Petrino once again to be the permanent head football coach at Arkansas. And this thing, like every other job he's been a part of, is not going to end well. Hopefully there'll be some highs. Hopefully we'll get back to a point where we feel confident in this football program. But whether it's the impact of him being hired or the impact of when this thing is in disarray in the near future, it is going to happen here in Fayetteville.
All right, Football Friday here on the Morning Rush, a soggy one, brought to you by QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I know when these fronts move through, some of you feel even more joint pain. You roll out of bed. Maybe you literally had to roll out of bed this morning to get yourself where you needed to be in upright. Hey, if that's kind of the daily routine and it keeps you from doing the things you love, like golf or hiking, or maybe with the hunting season's coming up, you're a little worried about getting up and out and down back out of a tree stand, things like that. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. They can get you moving again with no surgery, no pain pills, no long recovery that keeps you away from all the things you love, and you can live life again. They're right here in Northwest Arkansas. They've helped me, and they can help you as well. 479-999-1234 is their number. They got a special deal for Veterans Day coming up in November I want to tell you about. 479-999-1234 for QC Kinetics.
Hog Wild and Van Buren calling it a palace coup. A palace coup, he tells us. You could learn a thing or two about morality, I should say, from Reverend Paul. By the way, signed off a sinner here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Another text from, let's see, Jody and Harrison. If the university wanted morals, they would have kept Sam. They wanted to win. That's all. Do you feel that way? As we continue on the coaching search and the season itself, I mean, barring them going 0-5 the rest of the way, jobs are going to continue to pop open. The SEC is not going to do what it did last year and just stay the same. I've already seen 2 jobs pop open. Do you start to feel the same way I do about what's going to happen with the head coaching job here in Fayetteville?
I think bringing in morals and it's first of all, who are we to make those calls? Even, I guess, Hunter, you're a check to a degree, but we're basing it on something that happened a decade and a half ago. And we all act as though, well, I'm pure. I've never done anything that could be called into question. Well, we all have. I have, you have, we all have. So get off your high horse. Learn some grace and forgiveness. For everyone that, talks about, where's grace and forgiveness? I don't believe Bobby Petrino's the same man as he was in 2012. I believe grandchildren have changed him more than anything else in his life. And if you listen to Clay and you listen to Chris Lowe and some people that have spent some time with him, the loss of his father changed him a lot too. And I can relate to that. My dad's been gone 10 years. It changed me. It fundamentally changed me at my core. I don't care how old you are. You're not a real man till your father's not there no more. Because you got to grow up. Your ultimate safety net is gone at that point. It changes who you are, no matter how successful you've been, no matter what you've done in life. I think those are two things that have happened in his life, and this moral high horse that some are on that want to eliminate him from the job based on those aren't disqualifiers, or he wouldn't be working here at all. So we need to move on from that conversation.
Jody and Harrison says he agrees with you. Pat and Hawassi says I'm not going to get stoned in this glass house.
Exactly.
I would draw a comparison, and this has been made before. Mike Anderson, Sam Pittman. Petrino's not John Calipari, hasn't won a national championship. But I would actually go to Muss on this. Muss is not easy to work for. He's a really good head coach. He rubs people the wrong way at times. And he's not going to be somewhere that long. Petrino, based on his track record, is not going to be here in Fayetteville if he accepts and is given the head coaching job. And it's probably not going to end well, as I stated. But would you be okay with that if you had high level of success like Eric Musselman was able to in basketball? Yes, the basketball job is easier than football. We all know that. But I don't think anyone would trade what Eric Musselman was able to accomplish for more of a steady Eddie, a guy that was going to be here 10-plus years, because it was awesome. I think Bobby Petrino could have success here in Arkansas, but it's going to be short-lived.
Well, he's 64. I mean, what do you, I mean, first of all, what is short-lived in college football?
3 years.
Okay, but I mean, the idea that you're going to hire any coach and he's going to be here 10 is far-fetched. The days of Houston Nutt and a decade of tenure is over. Who would have bet on Sam at 6? You'd all lost. We'd all taken the under at 5.5. 6 years. I mean, anything beyond 5 years is bonus time in the SEC anymore. So this idea that, hey, we got to find somebody that can be, it'd be great if you could, hey, I'm going to hire this guy. He's going to be here 8 years. But you're going to have to be willing as a fan, willing as administration to ride the roller coaster. Because this idea that the trees are going to grow to the sky, the roller coaster is just going to go up, 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 and never crest and drop down and your stomach flips. It's just, it's asinine thinking. It's not going to happen in our state. It's not going to happen in our program. We're not going to improve year over year, 8 or 9, 10 years in a row. It's not happening.
So do you sound like you're for it? You're ready?
I'm for whoever could win. Okay. But I'm not going to disqualify clearly someone who is a qualified candidate because of something that occurred, 13 years ago. Well, he's morally not fit. Well, who am I to decide that, number one? And number two,
well, apparently I don't have morals.
Change. Well, we know that. That's a rhetorical statement. So
that hurts to reiterate that.
Well, learn your lesson. So
what have I done that's immoral before we talk basketball here in our opening drive?
Well, you once rooted for OU, and that's pretty immoral. And I think you may have cheered for LSU at one point. So I mean, those are moral breaches I can't get past.
Just two blatant lies. Speaking of immorality here this morning. All right, let's talk basketball. Arkansas.
He once did horns up. That's something we can't get past.
Another lie. All right, I don't know what you're about to read. Go and read it before we talk basketball.
I don't even know if I can read at this point, but I will remind you
too much immorality.
Too much immorality in here. The Hit That Line Now app is powered by Taco Bell. Whether you're craving something cheesy, saucy, or crunchy, Taco Bell has you covered. The Hit That Line Now app powered by Taco Bell.
He made 4 threes tonight, but that one failed to draw iron out of bounds. The shot clock expires, and the Razorbacks win a heart stopper. It's the second one. Got his own rebound, puts it up and in at the horn, and Arkansas wins. Hogs are going to dribble it out. Cal's going to have a sweet, sweet win. 0, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Cal saying, don't shoot. This ball game is over. Arkansas has come to Kentucky. The rush of photographers to midcourt as Cal greets Mark Pope in the handshake line, and the Razorbacks have won the ball game 89-79.
Kelly!
This one's over. Arkansas is headed to the Sweet 16. For the fourth time in 5 years, it'll be Arkansas among the final 16 teams in the Big Dance.
This is the opening drive.
So we have a basketball game to also select in our Fence Man Friday picks as the Razorbacks will take on Cincinnati tonight. Our friend Brandon is stepping in for Sean this morning. There's pressure that's associated with this position. Brandon, are you ready are you ready for it?
I think I am.
Okay, all right. Well, basketball again back in Bud Walton Arena tonight. SEC Network Plus will have it for you on most of these stations as well. Here on ESPN Arkansas, there is a buzz, there is an excitement. Obviously, we're in the midst of coaching search for football, and some of the stuff has gone by the wayside. But Tommy, 7 o'clock. I wish the rain wasn't a factor tonight. I know they play indoors, but I do think that's going to prohibit maybe a larger crowd that would have attended tonight's matchup.
Yeah, and I still have people ask me how you get tickets. It's not part of the season ticket bag. Hey, do you have tickets for this? You know, I think
It's
people are
separate.
still confused. It is a separate ticket. I would imagine if you want to go and you get outside that arena, you're going to find an opportunity to get inside tonight. So the fact that it's being streamed, the fact that we have it on the radio, and the fact that, the forecast, whether it's raining or not prior to the game, I think that's going to keep some people away from an exhibition game.
I was pushing. I've got some friends in town this weekend, and I was pushing for us to go to the game, and they don't want to go. I don't know why, but they don't want to go tonight, so I'm just going to settle for watching it on television. It is separate. There's a lot of new faces on this basketball team. You got a lot of returnees and a lot of new faces. You were talking about the front court before the show. That seems like something you're really excited about.
I want to see the size. I mean, would you agree that's been a hole in the roster?
Yeah, they were.
And no lack of depth there as well. And they got, and I'll let you pronounce all the foreign player names.
No, I'm good. Dosevich and whatever.
But I want to see this Pringle guy play. I want to see this size. And hey, sometimes you need a bucket, but there's going to be points in the year you need a rebound more than a bucket. And I want to see if we got some guys. And I hear Brazil has just been a beast in practice. So I'm ready to see what this team's got, because I think they got good guard play. I'm not sure there's a lot of holes, but an exhibition game's not going to be where I write much in stone.
No, I wouldn't either. I think for me, the guy I'm most looking forward to see is Carter Knox. We saw what he was last year, elected to come back, and what he could be for this team is probably the number one option. We'll see if Darius Acuff is in that role as well. And just like who they play, guys in different rotations, what it's going to look like tonight on October the 24th is going to look completely different lineup-wise than what it looks like heading into the SEC tournament in Nashville, Tennessee, the second or third weekend of March. So a lot to look forward to. Again, big weekend for Razorback Sports. You're hoping you can get that first weekend win in football, basketball season. I know, Tommy, they begin November 3rd against Southern, but get a chance to watch these guys tonight and then Monday against the Memphis Tigers. All right, Brandon, are you ready to pick some games? We're going to pick that one basketball game. We've got 4 SEC matchups in addition to the Arkansas game.
All right, we'll get to that. That's the opening drive. It's brought to you by Pradco and LureNet.com. Maybe this is a weekend if you don't fish in the rain, which sometimes the fishing in the rain can be great. LureNet.com's got all the baits and tackles you're looking for to load up your tackle box. Rebel, Yum, Booyah, and more. Orders over $35 get free shipping as well. That's all at LureNet.com.
Tommy, where do you land on this one? Vanderbilt's a 2.5-point favorite.
I'll ride with LSU at 3.5.
I've got Vanderbilt winning by at least 3 points tomorrow.
Let's go with Vanderbilt.
The Ole Miss Rebels going down to Georgia.
7.5's too much. I'll take Ole Miss in the points.
So I'm going to take Georgia, Sean, to cover in this one.
I'm going to take Ole Miss in the points.
Alabama, Tommy, an 8.5-point favorite.
I'll take Tennessee in the points.
I've got Tennessee covering.
Tennessee winning.
Tommy, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish are 9.5-point favorites at home against USC.
Notre Dame.
I'm going to take Notre Dame to cover as well, Sean.
Same here, Notre Dame.
Arkansas is an 8.5-point dog.
But I'm going to take the Aggies and lay the point.
I've got the Aggies winning, but I've got Arkansas covering.
I'm taking my Hogs in the point.
Had a rough week. I think I went 1 for it. I didn't go 0 for it, thankfully for Notre Dame, but I went 1 for it.
Yeah.
It was a rough week.
Yeah, not great. Not great. All right, so we'll start with the basketball game tonight. Cincinnati,
We're starting with an exhibition game.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's Arkansas.
That's fine. That's
you want
fine.
to start? You want to go to the end?
No, that's fine.
Okay, are you
That's
sure?
fine. That's fine.
I am a moral. I don't know in terms of morals where I need to go on this. Cincinnati at Arkansas. There's not a line on this game. Who do you got, Tom, in this one? Does Arkansas get it done?
Yeah, give me a Woo Pig. Yeah.
Woo Pig. Brandon? Arkansas. All right. SEC football wise, Oklahoma on the Bet Saracen app is a 5-point underdog. Excuse me, 5-point favorite. Tommy.
Say that again.
5-point favorite at home against Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
I've gone back and forth on this. I'm going to take Ole Miss to cover, but I think Oklahoma ultimately prevails. Chambliss has been really good this year, but I think Mateer and company just edge them in this football game, Brandon.
I got Ole Miss winning in Norman.
Okay, outright. Bama.
That's a huge, like an elimination game.
Yeah.
I think. Loser is out of the playoff picture.
Alabama against Southern California. Put USC. South Carolina.
Yeah.
South Carolina is a 12-point underdog in this one.
Alabama. No, you know what? Where's that game at? Hang on.
It's in Columbia.
Scratch that. Bama wins. I think they're on a little bit of an emotional. I think there's a little bit of a letdown. So South Carolina hangs in there. Bama wins, but I think they'll cover.
You know,
South
Kalen
Carolina
DeBoer has lost 4 unranked matchups since arriving at Alabama, and I think that was like totaled or tied Nick Saban overall. I think they lose outright tomorrow.
Really?
Yep, I do.
That's a
I
big
think
call.
South Carolina's and their backs are against the wall. Shane Beamer's crying like a little baby like he does after every loss. I think South Carolina somehow, some way, you see the best game Lenore Selliser's played all season. Brandon, I've got South Carolina win this game and covering, obviously.
Alabama covering.
Okay. Missouri against Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, another favorite at home. They were a favorite last weekend against LSU. They're a favorite again against the Missouri Tigers. 2.5.
I'll ride with Vandy. I don't like Missouri, so I'm just going to ride with Vandy.
Diego Pavia gets another marquee win this season. Very much in the Heisman Trophy discussion, so I'm going to take Vanderbilt in this one, Brandon.
Take Vandy as well.
Yeah, that game's a lot like Ole Miss OU. That the losers. That's another elimination game.
Vandy still has a nice little path to the college football playoff.
But you got to win this one.
Yep, you've got to win this one. They've got Texas next week in Austin. Massive game for them, but like you said, got to beat the Tigers first. A&M against LSU. Another team's backs against the wall. LSU with 2 losses already this season. They are 2.5-point dogs. 2.5 against Texas A&M, Tommy.
That game,
Baton Rouge.
In Baton Rouge, I'll take LSU.
I'm going to take LSU as well. A&M's look really good. I'm still surprised they're the favorite. I know that they're undefeated. They've had their best season in quite some time. Mike Elko right now is the front runner for Coach of the Year. Brandon, I think, I don't know if it comes tumbling down tomorrow, but I think LSU wins this football game.
I think LSU wins in Death Valley tomorrow.
Auburn against Arkansas. The Razorbacks, even though they started as the underdog this week, are now a 2.5-point favorite at home. That line shifted. Typically, you get 3 points for just being at home. So technically, Auburn's a half-point favorite if it was a neutral site game. Tommy, who do you got in this one?
Woo Pig. I think Arkansas wins straight up.
Yep. First SEC win of the season, similar to what Bobby Petrino was able to do in 2008, will come against the Auburn Tigers. Tomorrow, the Razorbacks fans are finally happy. They persevere. They get through the rain, and Arkansas prevails against Auburn.
I got the Hogs, too.
All right. Those are our Fence Man Friday picks. We finally got the guy in here that really makes it happen at the Fence Man. We've had Sean in here, and yeah, he talks a good game. But Brandon, you're really the guy, right?
Yeah, I am. I think I am the guy from.
Tell me what you do over there.
I'm a salesman at the Fence Man right now.
All right.
I installed for 4 years, so I've been through from the bottom up.
Now, is sales an upgrade, or was that a lateral move from installing?
It has it.
You're trying to figure it out?
It has its perks, but yeah, no, I like it here a lot.
Has Sean given you that company credit card yet? That big expense account, all that? Cool. He's been talking about this aluminum fencing. I know this is a newer product on the market. Cool thing is, like, you see all this rain, you don't have to worry about fence wood rot and things like that, or maybe the summer sun fading the colors. You can do a lot of cool stuff with that aluminum fencing.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
And it looks good.
Yeah. Do you get into the design part of it much? I know customers always want something custom that looks unique and different. Do you get into a lot of that stuff? You've seen a lot of fences built.
Oh yeah, we've done a lot of custom work, and we can pretty much do it all.
All right. How do they get a hold of you? 782-3936. Just call and ask for Brandon, right?
Yes, sir.
Don't talk to anybody else, right?
Yes, sir.
Nobody else. Who are you going to call?
You can call
Not
You can call
Ghostbusters.
Brandon.
No, not the Ghostbusters. You're calling Brandon at
Yes,
the Fence
sir.
Man. 782-3936, thefencemanAR.com. I like the website because y'all keep all the new jobs up there and the powered automatic gates and all that stuff. So you can see everything you guys do. So 782-3936. Brandon ain't afraid of no work.
No, I ain't.
All right. So call Brandon, 782-30. Good to see you, brother. Take care. Stay dry.
Yes, sir.
All right. Brandon from the Fence Man in for Sean today.
We got some Bobby Petrino stuff to get into. I think Hugh Freeze had some comments on the Razorbacks that I want to play as well. Again, Arkansas, Auburn, 11:45. Only bummer, Tommy, about this weekend is like the rain. Rain's just an issue. I know you reffed a high school game last night, avoided the rain tonight. Why didn't everyone do? Hey, what's the rationale by not?
Well, if it's not good, first of all, you have to move all your junior high games that are usually on a lot of these same fields. There's got to be enough referees to go around, and it's really tight to make that work. And not just because it's not going to rain everywhere. Northwest Arkansas is going to get the biggest deluge. So you can play in the rain. You just can't play in the lightning. And in Northwest Arkansas, it's supposed to be severe tonight.
Yeah, but not tomorrow, correct?
No, just rain.
Okay.
I think the heavy lightning and some of that stuff is moving through today. All right, Football Friday brought to you by QC Kinetics, 479-999-1234. 479-999-1234. Kevin's on hold and Rogers on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. We got more calls and texts coming up. We got a slew of text. 877-377-6963. You can call or text us on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline.
Got to talk some Arkansas Auburn with Jacob Goins coming up at 10 a.m. Got to get into this NBA gambling stuff as well. So there's a lot to get to, not just football here on a Football Friday, but some other topics. Lot to get to. Stay with us here on the Morning Rush, ESPN Arkansas, and hittatline.com.
You're in the middle of Football Friday on the Morning Rush, presented by QC Kinetics. Get real lasting relief from chronic joint pain.
Designed by Jason Christie, the Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait doesn't just bring the fight, it dominates. Choose from 3 blade options: Colorado for maximum thump, Willow for bright flash, and the one the pros won't talk about, the Oklahoma blade. Perfectly balanced for subtle vibration, multiple flash points, and unmatched versatility. The Oklahoma blade is your secret weapon for pressured waters. Precision engineering, tournament proven, and one mission: dominate. Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait, here for one thing.
Hog fans, this is Robert.
And this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth, and we want to introduce the newest member to the Mann family, Raleigh.
Hello, 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 and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Raleigh, you're not really new to the family or the Stadium Shop.
Yeah, I've been around a few years, and I can say it's awesome to be a part of the only family, alumni, and locally owned Razorback store in Arkansas.
You mean the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
And thank goodness we are the largest, because we've been receiving so much new stuff lately, like the new Nike jerseys and sideline apparel, as well as your favorite brands like Champion, Tommy Bahama, and Cutter and Buck, and just way too much stuff to mention here.
Hey, Raleigh, what state's famous for their small drinks?
Raleigh don't.
Matt, I gotta try. What state is famous for the smallest drinks?
Minnesota.
See, I told you.
Yeah, his dad jokes are so legendary.
Anyway, stop by the store at 989 South Razorback Road next time you're in Fayetteville.
Or call us at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Or shop the Googleator Facegram interweb page.
Dad, it's called a website, and it's shoponrazorback.com. Folks, it just does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
This is the Morning Rush.
How could I possibly be expected to handle work on a day like this? Take a day off and check out the certified pre-owned rides at Wrath Auto Resources. Just bring in your old car and upgrade to the road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle of your choice and get state sales tax paid. So choice. I highly recommend picking one up. Life moves pretty fast, so stop and look around at Wrath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, wrathautoportsmith.com. You're still here? The ad's over.
At Wave Rural Connect, our mission is to improve the quality of life in our communities. Across the River Valley of Arkansas and Oklahoma, residents and businesses are experiencing the difference of our high-speed internet. Wave Rural Connect Internet provides a reliable residential connection for streaming, gaming, remote work, and homeschooling. Our business solutions provide the speed, stability, and security that you need, whether you're a mom-and-pop flower shop or large business. Check availability online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 833-492-8372.
Hardee's invites you to fill your days with a little more handcrafted goodness. made from scratch biscuits, baked fresh every 15 minutes. Crispy chicken tenders made with hand-breaded care. 100% Angus beef patties, freshly charbroiled, built to order. And warm smiles every day, from sunrise to supper time. Because at Hardee's, there's always goodness in the making. Exclusions may apply by time of day.
Family owned and operated since 1950, Crabtree RV Center is proud to have served the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas for 75 amazing years. From a small dealership on Midland Boulevard in Fort Smith to 17 acres located at the junction of I-40 and I-49 in Alma, Arkansas, Crabtree RV Center is your one-stop shop for sales, service, and parts. Come celebrate 75 years with us and take advantage of spectacular savings all year long. Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 70 years.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They are open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts needs, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
Archery season is here, and Infinity Sports and Outdoors has all your archery needs and more. Infinity Sports has top compound bows and crossbows, all tuned and ready to shoot. Expert bow technicians with years of experience are on site and ready to get you dialed in to hunt. Need gear? Infinity has tree stands, saddles, plus blinds from Banks Outdoors. Find all your hunting needs now at Infinity Sports and Outdoors, 3700 Highway 71 North in Alma. Infinity Sports and Outdoors.
Dental emergencies do not wait, and neither should you. At Valley Urgent Dental, they're here for you on the weekends, whether it's a broken tooth, a painful infection, or a crown that's come loose. Dr. Kendall Roberts and Dr. Doug Terry are ready to help. Why wait till Monday? Call 479-235-5655 now. Valley Urgent Dental is located at 5505 Uper Lane behind Golden Corral in Fort Smith. Valley Urgent Dental, emergency dental care when you need it most.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Harrod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
There's only one Razorback.
Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
Razorback fans, let's stand up and call those.
107 down.
This one belongs to the Razorbacks. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Colin. Alex has got room.
Everybody move big through. This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
We played a game one year when I was at Louisville, the last game of the year against Kentucky. We're down I think it was 13. And our starting quarterback went down. And he wasn't even our starting quarterback. He was the second quarterback, and he went down. And our third quarterback came in, had zero experience, never in the game before. And because of those Sunday night practices, I had a great feeling of what to call for him, how to do it. He comes in, moves us down, throws a touchdown pass. Comes over the sideline, jumps up on top of the tables, going like this to the crowd. And I said, hey, man, chill out. Act like you've done this before. He said, Coach, I've never done this before.
It's a fun story from Wednesday night on Razorback Football Live. One of the things I've actually enjoyed since Talen's been here is Talen calls the Hogs after he scores like a rushing touchdown. If you watch him, he'll do the whoop pig and call the Hogs and whatever. But Petrino's got some good stories. Obviously, a lot of time he spent coaching in college football and whatnot. He obviously gave a little preview in Auburn, but I just thought that was a funny story he shared Wednesday night.
You know, we all need to act like we've been to the end zone before, but sometimes it's your first time. But that is one of the problems now in this world. We celebrate even a tackle like it's our first tackle ever.
Well, for the defense at times it is. Darren McFadden.
You may have a point.
Yeah, Darren McFadden getting honored last week. One of the things I really appreciate about Darren, if you watch these long touchdowns, these long run he immediately gives the ball to the ref, and then he runs to his teammates. I think that was so unappreciated about maybe the greatest Razorback of all time. Hand the ball to the ref, run straight to teammates. Thanks for blocking for me, Jonathan. Thanks for blocking for me, Casey. Like that, I love that guy so much, and it was cool. We hadn't talked a lot about this week, him getting honored and everything, but really he came on the scene against Auburn, Tommy, in 2006 when he thrashed the number 2 team in the country on the road.
Should have played more against Vanderbilt the week before, 2 weeks before. I mean, yeah, but that Auburn game, what were they, number 4, and they were number 2. Went down there and just thrashed them. So yeah, I mean, good moment. Hopefully you can relive that this weekend to some degree.
All right, another thing I want to get into in your hog update. Braylon Russell had this to say.
Would you rather sleep in your bed or somebody else's? Would you rather stay the night in somebody else's bed or go sleep in yours? That's how I put it.
Team's at home for a month plus. I sleep better when I travel. You don't. You said that you didn't sleep well because of New York.
That is kind of weird. You know,
there's something about a hotel bed, whether it's at the Inn at the Mill or at another place.
You must have a terrible bed at home.
I guess it's how long does a mattress last?
8 years.
Okay, well it's on 7.5, so it's getting to the end. But
was it a hand-me-down before you bought it, or did you buy it new?
Got it at Cheap Sleep years ago, and I like it. It's not that
time for a new one.
I just I don't know. I just sleep better when I travel, but sounds like that's I'm the anomaly in this case.
You know, why are you tossing and turning all night? What have you done that keeps you up?
Well, you keep coming back to morality.
Now you're telling me you can't sleep at night. Makes me wonder.
I think about all the stuff.
And you get out of town, you cross a major body of water, and it just really goes out the window.
The work schedule and everything else. All right, that is your hog update here.
Because that's the rule, right? When you cross a major body of water, you know.
That rules don't apply?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's your hog update. It's brought to you.
And I might mean the Arkansas River, crossing a major body of water on my way out of town.
It is a big body of water. It is.
Well, you swim across it.
To put up with Benny Malarkey, call 888-8-SPARKY.
Well, what's it called? The undertow? I was taught as a kid, don't swim in the Arkansas River because of the undertow. I think our friend Larry Rath was probably taught something similar. Larry, you might fish on the river, but you never let me jump in. I was at the White River and Tommy wouldn't let me jump in years ago. It's a shame.
Seriously wanted to do that.
Well, it's cold in there, Ty.
It was,
Real cold.
But I just wanted for the experience.
They were running like 4 generators that day.
He would have had to find a new hose.
You could have picked him up down at the confluence.
Yeah,
you know?
about 40 miles later, we'd have found him.
Yeah, you get a raft. You get a raft or a boat. Come pick me up. It's a story. We're in the story business. That would have been a story that we could have shared on the show the next week.
And we'd have both spoke at your funeral the next week.
Yeah. So. Thank God we're not doing that. Yeah. Larry, what's going on at Rath Auto Resources, man? I think it's state sales tax paid when you trade, if I remember that right.
Yeah, announced at midnight last night. State sales tax paid when you trade on road-ready premium pre-owned used cars. The best used car your money can buy, voted best of the best used car 2 years in a row in the River Valley. We're really proud of that. We've got them up here in Springdale as well. Sales tax paid when you trade, saved you a lot of money. And the big news is we got 0% on all new Mitsubishis plus state sales tax paid when you trade. It's a huge sale. Started last night. It's going to run through Halloween. Folks, you got to get in here and take advantage. We got a big selection. We'd love to get you driving better in one of these road-ready certified pre-owned cars with state sales tax paid when you trade, or a brand new Mitsubishi, 0% financing for up to 60 months plus. State sales tax paid when you trade. It's all going on this weekend. Come see us. Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith, Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. Check us out online, rathauto.com.
Again, both sides of the tunnel, Larry and David can help you, and don't forget about the Meineke Car Care Center. Larry, stay dry. I know it's going to be tough here in the next couple days, but do your best on that.
It's car buying weather, folks. Come on out and see us.
There you go, car buying weather.
I almost, for fear of just getting absolutely blasted on, I almost wore duck boots with these khakis this morning, but I just wore the tennis shoes instead. Would you have made fun of me if I wore duck boots with these khakis?
Not on a day like today.
Okay. Well, I'm going to
talk. I mean, considering they're not khaki shorts, they're khaki pants. So now with the shorts, we might have had a different conversation.
we got a TV thing today, and you made fun of me because I wore shorts on TV.
You don't wear shorts on TV unless you're behind a desk, ever.
Technically, it was
Larry Foley hung his head in shame when he saw that.
Well, he does that pretty much every day when he listens to the show. Morning Rush Daily Question. When we come back, going to get into this gambling stuff as well. Stay with us. It's the Morning Rush.
You're in the middle of Football Friday on the Morning Rush, presented by QC Kinetics. Get real lasting relief from chronic joint pain.
Designed by Jason Christie, the Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait doesn't just bring the fight, it dominates. Choose from 3 blade options: Colorado for maximum thump, Willow for bright flash, and the one the pros won't talk about, the Oklahoma blade. Perfectly balanced for subtle vibration, multiple flash points, and unmatched versatility. The Oklahoma blade is your secret weapon for pressured waters. Precision engineering, tournament proven, and one mission: dominate. Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait, here for one thing.
Hog fans, this is Robert.
And this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth, and we want to introduce the newest member to the Mann family, Raleigh.
Hello, 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 and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Raleigh, you're not really new to the family or the Stadium Shop.
Yeah, I've been around a few years, and I can say it's awesome to be a part of the only family, alumni, and locally owned Razorback store in Arkansas.
You mean the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
And thank goodness we are the largest, because we've been receiving so much new stuff lately, like the new Nike jerseys and sideline apparel, as well as your favorite brands like Champion, Tommy Bahama, and Cutter and Buck, and just way too much stuff to mention here.
Hey, Raleigh, what state's famous for their small drinks?
Raleigh don't.
Matt, I gotta try. What state is famous for the smallest drinks?
Minnesota.
See, I told you.
Yeah, his dad jokes are so legendary.
Anyway, stop by the store at 989 South Razorback Road next time you're in Fayetteville.
Or call us at 479 Stadium. That's 479-782-3486.
Or shop the Googleator Facegram interweb page.
Dad, it's called a website, and it's shoponrazorback.com. Folks, it just does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
They're calling the Hogs at Madison Square Garden.
This is the Morning Rush.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith, or online at harryrobinson.com.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. For a successful stint in the great outdoors, pack accordingly. Place heavy essentials near your spine for stability in rough terrain, with light items near the bottom. Now, you may be wondering, where does the Bush Light go? In your stomach. Head for the mountains. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023, Anheuser-Busch, Busch Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The Mega Millions jackpot from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is now more than $500 million. So, what would you do if you won?
The first thing I'd do if I became a millionaire is, call my mom.
I would buy my mother a Maserati.
I definitely would buy a jet. Got your ticket? If not, visit your local lottery retailer for your chance to win the Mega Millions jackpot of more than $500 million. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
When a business has been around more than 65 years, you know they're doing something right. Hey, Ty Richardson for Johnny's Transmission. They've been trusted in Fort Smith and the River Valley since 1959. Located at 1212 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, they strive to make every customer's experience outstanding and want your vehicle to be in the best condition for the road ahead. Check out their website, johnnystransmissionfs.com, and find them on Facebook. Johnny's Transmission, family owned and operated since 1959.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They are open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts needs, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
Hey drivers, got a reefer on the fritz or a trailer that needs some TLC? Roll into High Tech Truck Refrigeration Service in Van Buren, your one-stop, full-service, semi-truck and trailer repair facility, proudly serving you for over 30 years. At High Tech Truck, they do it all: DOTs, preventative maintenance, structural repairs, and expert reefer service. Fast, reliable, and driver approved. Call High Tech Truck today at 479-474-2220. Keep your wheels and your freight moving. High Tech Truck, proud sponsors of Arkansas football.
Hey Razorback fans, Matt Jones here. We're all experiencing higher prices on just about everything, and that includes sunrooms, patio covers, and windows. If you've gotten an estimate on any of these projects and you were shocked by the price, then you need to call Sawyer's. They've been making quality, affordable products for 35 years. They're local, they have 100% financing, and a beautiful showroom with all their products displayed. So give my buddy Buzz a call or check them out, sawyers-sunrooms.com.
Summer is finally here, and so are the road trips that you've had planned. That's why it's time to visit us at Southern Tire Mart. Southern Tire Mart's expert service, competitive pricing, and top quality tires will ensure your vehicle is ready for all your summer adventures. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let us ensure your vehicle is prepared for the summer. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. Southern Tire Mart. We keep America rolling.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at carpatsocial.com.
The only football question or something more fun? I've got two on my mind right now. One's involving the rain.
Do both.
Do both. All right, when it's raining like it's going to be this weekend, and you're planning, what do you plan your day and your weekend around more of what you're going to cook and how you're going to eat, or what you're going to watch on the TV? What's your first thought? Is it, hey, I'm going to go to the grocery store and get this and this and this to make chili or gumbo or soup or what, or, is it more about, hey, I'm going to stay in and here's what we're going to have to eat? Or is it more, hey, I'm going to stay in and these are I got to make sure Ole Miss and OU are on the TV and all that. What's the first priority? I know they're both priorities, but what's more important on a weekend where the weather's going to be nasty?
Weather really doesn't affect my food consumption. I'm going to eat and gorge myself every weekend like it would be sunny outside or rainy. I would say just the television schedule.
Because for me, because you're not a big, you have not reached that stage where you enjoy cooking, right?
I just think there's better uses of my time.
See, this is the kind of weekend where, my game for tonight got moved to last night. So why not start a pot of something? Gumbo, something you can enjoy throughout the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking about, hey, should you do chicken and sausage gumbo, or should you do chili, or
Well,
maybe I smoke a pork butt. Maybe it's a rack of ribs or something.
So you'll see on
whatever yields the most leftovers that you can bring here.
Because it's a deal where you start tonight and I'll finish it up on Sunday. I won't have to cook the rest of the weekend.
Joe over at Famous Chili gave us some chili supplies. You'll see on my calendar that I've got.
Who's us? Because I haven't seen anything.
It's in the check your email. It's in the freezer. Check your email. You'll see chili supplies buy and then making chili on Sunday, 2 weeks from Sunday. So I don't.
2 weeks from Sunday.
You have to plan out.
You have to plan out making chili. That's
Listen,
nonsense.
I've just got a lot on my plate, man.
Oh my God, you don't have that much
chili in
you
your
are
bowl.
not that busy, Ty.
Well, there's football games and golf and women. There's just it's a lot.
Hey.
It's a lot to compartmentalize, and I need this.
You lie to your friends, and I'll lie to mine.
But yeah, so I'll be making 2 weeks from Sunday some chili.
God Almighty, that is. I don't know. That's hilarious.
Oh, it's funny.
Concerning. I think it just plain anal is what it is. It's just anal.
What, the chili thing?
No, the fact that not the chili, the 2 weeks
You
of
had
planning.
to write it down. You had to manually make a
who
note.
Who writes down, I'm going to make chili on November the 3rd? I mean, who does that?
Let me ask you this. I've got a lot of flaws. You don't have to name them. But when it comes
Bring that file in here from the other room.
But when it comes to remembering things that are important or even minimal, is there anyone in our company that's better? The answer to that question is no, because it's written down.
You don't remember it. You write it down. That's not remembering.
And then it showcases itself as a responsibility. I need to get this task
Then why
done
aren't you
today.
more productive? then you should be further along than where you're at.
That's fair. Well, the whole
you've removed all the excuses.
The whole concept of my entire life is under promise and over deliver. That is the best for any kid, for any young man or young lady listening. That's the best way to approach life. It's under promise and over deliver, because when you do exceed expectations,
you got to do both, Ty.
Which you can do.
I mean, you need to do the second part to make the first part effective.
Yeah, and do it on a daily to weekly to monthly basis, a yearly basis. It's just part of the charm here at ESPN Arkansas. Speaking of under promising and over delivering, that's Cart Path Social. They always the prices are low and the fun is high. Whether it's taking a team, taking your friends, your family, Nate Garhan, Christian Olsen. Great guys, Rogers boys, grew up as Razorback fans, still are Razorback fans. We'll have it on, of course, this Saturday, and then also this weekend NFL action. Cart Path Social, great place you can watch the game, great place you can stay away from the rain, and you can still play golf at over 1,000 different courses. That is Cart Path Social.
Yeah. So what did we decide? Food first, football second. Yeah, obviously you have to check your planner, see what's up. But
you can ask the football one. You can ask the bonus. Right. What's the football one?
I was going to ask something, ridiculous about, hey, what's the most important element to this weekend's game? I think turnovers maybe the most important. It was just some stupid football question.
I would say that maybe the most important element
is rushing yards important this weekend. I'll hang up and listen.
Auburn's actually given up the most sacks in the Southeastern Conference. Where did I write that down? I think they've given up 27.
Yeah, probably your planner. Check your planner there.
Oh, it's on the rundown.
Next to Chile.
Let's see. Most sack team in the SEC, 27 sacks in 7 games. So Arkansas is one of the worst teams in the country and in the SEC.
I've got this buddy that puts an alarm in his phone to take his vitamins. I mean, seriously.
Does he take his vitamins?
My God.
Does he take his vitamins?
You might be worse than him.
There's nothing wrong with being precise and anal if it results in exemplary effort and discipline. We lack discipline in society.
I agree with you there.
And I'm just trying to get back to the roots of what made America great is discipline and hard-nosed and everything else. That's why I write things down and accomplish them.
Say you get home tonight, maybe you're hungry, you have a hankering for some of that chili. Are you gonna make it, or are you gonna have to wait until you have it in your planner?
No, it's not in the planner. It's not in the planner. Well, what's in the planner for today?
We're hitting Dixon at some point tonight. I advocated to go watch the basketball game.
And he's talking about discipline.
Yeah, well,
the most undisciplined place in our state, and we're talking about discipline.
Well, the discipline is waking up at 4:30 tomorrow morning to go to the Stadium Shop on Razorback and do a 2.5-hour pregame show with Zach Arns, who Paul and Midway hates because he calls negative, which is hilarious. Zach,
Paul thinks
he thinks
Zach's negative.
He thinks Zach's negative, and he thinks Derek's more positive.
Does he have him confused?
I don't know, but he calls it the.
Well, Zach's hard to take because of this Notre Dame smugness, So that's what I hear more than anything.
I think Paul just listened to the post game where Arkansas got drilled 56-13, and
we had it coming that day.
That was not.
No one likes their nose rubbed in it, though.
No, I don't think so at all. That was a game where the Razorbacks were not the favorite, but they were not supposed to get beat that bad. Speaking of favorites, Tommy, what did you make of this NBA stuff with Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier and Damon Jones?
Well, obviously they've been investigating this for a while.
Yeah,
this is not something that just popped up a week or 10 days ago. They've been on these guys for a while.
And this is all alleged. I should clarify.
But the poker thing is probably, while that's, a problem and a criminal element, it's not as big a problem to the NBA. I don't know if this rises to the level of Donaghy, but it's pretty close.
Yeah.
It's pretty good because we got point shaving allegations here. The story, as I was reading it yesterday, was it Rozier that said he was going to bet the under on him because he was going to be injured, and 9 minutes into a game he left, didn't come back with a cramp.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying that's what the reports are saying.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds to me like the Justice Department has a pretty damning amount of information, and I don't think we've heard all of it. Evidence.
Did you hear the new promo going on? Yeah, use code multiple arrests for 30% profit boost. Also would have that.
This is how the NBA handles this. The NBA's already, I think, overcome some marketing issues they've had.
Mm-hmm.
trying to bring in and be broader, and they've done that over the last 5 years.
The NBC,
this is nothing but going to hurt.
The NBC broadcast and telecast, bringing in Jordan, they had their best night in a decade and a half.
Well, yeah, Michael Jordan was on there.
Yeah, I mean, they did it. I thought a great job. You got round ball rock. You got it felt. It's never going to feel like the 80s and 90s, but I watched some of that, and I was like, this is awesome. They've been missing elements like this. And NBC, you bring back, again, Jordan, that helps and boosts. He's paid, what is he getting paid like $40 million or something insane?
Yeah, he needed the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he talked.
He needed the exposure.
He talked, I'm forgetting the phrase he used, pay it forward when it comes to basketball. I could listen to him talk about anything.
Well, but this is a real problem for the integrity of the game and the NBA and the NFL. Major League Baseball, college sports should all sit up and take notice. And this idea that we're going to let college athletes or pro athletes gamble on sports that are not in their league and not in the season, that's ridiculous.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Well, not a good line to cross.
It's one thing what they're talking about is, are you giving out really like confidential injury information? Because that's one thing compared to point shaving. That's one thing compared to intentionally turning the ball over in a key moment, intentionally passing the ball to another player. What do they say in the longest yard? Point shaving, that's just downright un-American.
You could have been caught.
What does
he say? You could have been caught for robbery. What did Chris Rock say? But point shaving?
If we get to the point this turns into wrestling and it's all scripted, it's over. And I think that's the As sports consumers and as Americans, we want to know what we're watching is two teams giving the maximum effort trying to win the competition. So we can wager on it,
Paul and Midbay wanted to clarify some comments. He said it's not just Zach. Him and Russ can both
Well, Paul, your point is noted.
They take that in stride.
They
Paul.
take that as a trophy,
Yes,
Paul.
As a compliment. You're only egging them on at that point. I think so. Is the most when it comes to gambling scandals, the Black Sox, the White Sox, Black Sox, that's the most notable, right? Way back 100 plus years ago. I mean, has there been
I wasn't around for that one. But,
yeah, I know. But has there been a more notable scandal in sports history?
I think Tim Donaghy. Tim Donahue's probably Pete Rose. Even though he didn't bet against he always bet for his team, never bet against his team. I mean, it's still one of the most talked about gambling situations. I mean, it's hard to compare something that was before the television age.
Okay.
But whether or not it was the biggest scandal.
The point I'm trying to make is that all sports and sporting events should be sacred in the sense where you feel like you're watching players that are competing at the highest level and there's no money that they... What I'm saying is you hope you don't get to a point where a championship is affected like it was over a century ago. Can you imagine, and it doesn't matter if the NBA, NFL, college, whatever, the outcry, and unfortunately, with all these different incidents, whether it's the two Iowa schools in college football, this with the NBA, NFL,
it's not enough anymore to just fire somebody and ban them for life. And I think what we're going to see here, if the evidence is what they're presenting, you're going to see people go to jail.
It's the FBI's involved, yeah.
Right. They're going to go to jail. Like Tim Donaghy went to jail. And, I don't know if that's a deterrent. And I don't care how many hundreds of millions of dollars you got, you don't want to go to jail.
Yeah, it's organized crime. I mean, they're going to be...
We'll get the mob involved.
Yeah.
And this is what happens. You get in debt, you go to a poker game, you get behind, you do these, and now you've got how do you even it up?
Yeah,
you're making a deal with.
This is a deal like right out of the movies, man.
Real quick, I'll tell you what's worse. This Texas corrections officer that was fired for smuggling chicken wings to an inmate. That's worse. That person should not go to jail.
All right, Football Friday brought to you by QC Kinetics. No surgery, no pain pills, no long recovery. When you call our friends at QC Kinetics, they can help you relieve that joint pain with no long downtime. 479-999-1234. 999-1234 for QC Kinetics right here in Northwest Arkansas.
Designed by Jason Christie, the Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait doesn't just bring the fight, it dominates. Choose from 3 blade options: Colorado for maximum thump, Willow for bright flash, and the one the pros won't talk about, the Oklahoma blade. Perfectly balanced for subtle vibration, multiple flash points, and unmatched versatility. The Oklahoma blade is your secret weapon for pressured waters. Precision engineering, tournament proven, and one mission: dominate. Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait, here for one thing.
Hog fans, this is Robert.
And this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth, and we want to introduce the newest member to the Mann family, Raleigh.
Hello, 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 and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Raleigh, you're not really new to the family or the Stadium Shop.
Yeah, I've been around a few years, and I can say it's awesome to be a part of the only family, alumni, and locally owned Razorback store in Arkansas.
You mean the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
And thank goodness we are the largest because we've been receiving so much new stuff lately, like the new Nike jerseys and sideline apparel, as well as your favorite brands like Champion, Tommy Bahama, and Cutter and Buck, and just way too much stuff to mention here.
Hey, Raleigh, what state's famous for their small drinks?
Raleigh don't.
Matt, I gotta try. What state is famous for the smallest drinks?
Minnesota.
See, I told you.
Yeah, his dad jokes are so legendary.
Anyway, stop by the store at 989 South Razorback Road next time you're in Fayetteville.
Or call us at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Or shop the Googleator Facegram interweb page.
Dad, it's called a website, and it's shoponrazorback.com. Folks, it just does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
Protect what matters most with the Fence Man. From heavy-duty security fencing to powered automatic gates, the Fence Man's got Fort Smith covered. The Fence Man has served the Fort Smith area for over 40 years. Custom built and built to last. Free quotes, financing for 18 months. When it comes to security fencing, nobody builds it better than the Fence Man. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
This is the Morning Rush.
How could I possibly be expected to handle work on a day like this? Take a day off and check out the certified pre-owned rides at Rath Auto Resources. Just bring in your old car and upgrade to the road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle of your choice and get state sales tax paid. So choice. I highly recommend picking one up. Life moves pretty fast, so stop and look around at Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, rathautofortsmith.com. You're still here? The ad's over.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Freshen up your golf game at the Golf Nut. We've got the latest apparel and head covers from Pins and Aces, plus new shirts and shorts from Red Vanley. Ghost golf bags are here in Sunday bag, carry, and card 14 styles. Zero torque putters are the hottest thing on the greens. Check out our models from TaylorMade, Lab Golf, and Odyssey. For precision on every shot, we've got rangefinders from Blue Tees and Bushnell. Visit the Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith. Fort Smith's #1 golf shop since 1994.
Dozy Place has been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years, and now they're offering smoked prime rib on the weekends. It's a limited supply, so get your reservations in early. Try one of their delicious appetizers or your choice of drinks from the area's largest selection of wine, beer, and liquor. Dozy Place open Tuesday through Thursday 5 to 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming features and events. Call 479-784-9111 for Dozy Place, 422 North 3rd Street in Fort Smith.
Are you tired of loose, uncomfortable dentures or struggling with missing teeth? This is Dr. Charles Liggett with River Valley Smile Center. Dr. Cole Johnson, Dr. Hannah Cave, and myself experience with full arch dental implant solutions. Dentures that are securely attached to implants, giving you a natural looking, confident smile that feels like your own. No more slipping, no more pain, just the freedom to smile, speak, and eat with ease. You like coming to see us, right, Matt?
Who doesn't want to say, I love the way your smile lights up under your eyes? Call 479-646-0706 or visit rivervalleysmiles.com to schedule your consultation today.
TGI Fridays in Fort Smith, where football fans win with 50-cent wings all day, every Monday and Thursday. Just 50-cent wings, boneless or traditional, with a 10-piece minimum. It's perfect for Monday night and Thursday night football. Also, don't forget TGI Fridays' brand new steakhouse menu. Hand-cut 14-ounce ribeyes, juicy 8-ounce bacon wrap fillets, and loaded baked potatoes. Big groups are always welcome after the game, and we're open till midnight on Friday and Saturday. TGI Fridays. Come hungry, leave happy. TGI Fridays at 540 and Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted Best Garage Door Company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, chance of seeing some scattered showers, otherwise cloudy skies. A high in the low 60s north, low 70s south. Could see some scattered showers tonight and overnight low in the low to mid 50s. Showers with a few rolls of thunder possible Saturday. A high on Saturday, mid 60s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Grain Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936. From the Bushlight Studios, this is ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris, Fort Smith.
Are you sure this is legal? I don't know. It's fun though, isn't it?
I hate to be the Debbie Downer, but this is just the way it is. With Petrino, he's never been a big defensive person. I don't think he cares about defense. He's got his mind on offense. And then the second problem he's got, he has no moral. He left here in a mess. Everywhere he's been a mess. Look up if you ever get a chance, watch the biography on him. There ain't nobody says anything good about this man. Why do we want him the face of our program? Our coach that's got some morals that can be the face, and the kids will come. Mothers right now know what he has did. They're going to take their kids and do something else, unless it's money. And it probably is money. But they better have a bunch of it. And if they hire Petrino, we're going to get right back 2 or 3 years in the same mess we're in right now.
Live from the Bushlight Studios. With Ty Richardson.
You laughed at it.
And Tommy Kraft.
You don't have any morals, Ty.
And produced by Colton Luke.
This is the Morning Rush.
We don't get
Emma
through the game. Oh, man. That would have been an entertaining conversation that y'all just missed.
Yeah, I was reading Ty's planner, said brush teeth 4:48 a.m. every day. I mean, you know, it's amazing what's in your planner.
He's here by then, Tommy.
Draw breath.
I got to get a speaker cord.
Use keys to start car.
I got to text
Don't
this
forget
person.
cell phone. It's amazing what's in this planner.
Hey, if it works, it works. Everyone has their way they go about life, and that's how I go about it. So
you weren't with us in the last hour. Ty's got it planned out in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from Sunday. We're gonna have chili. You know, I got it in my planner. I've got to plan this chili. Make chili Sunday the 14th.
Listen, some of us forget stuff. Some of us don't. It's in the planner.
Ridiculous.
If it's in the planner, it's gonna get done. That's the philosophy.
Wipe butt after using bathroom. It's in the planner. I mean, he's got words to live by.
That's automatic.
Yeah.
There's some stuff that you don't have to write in the planner, but some stuff you do. Some important things like making chili.
Oh my God! Football Friday is brought to you by QC Kinetics. They tap into your body's own regenerative powers. You know, like just a small example. Get a little nick or cut on your finger. You know, you don't have to have surgery. You don't need pain pills. Might need a Band-Aid, but your body will do what? It will heal itself. It take a little time. You don't have to have surgery every time something like that happens. Your body has those abilities. So why not harness the power, the healing powers of your own body, and let them restore and repair the damaged tissue in your joint, whether it's your shoulder, your back, your knee, your elbow, and avoid surgery, drugs, and downtime, maybe wearing a cast, all these things that are really inconvenient and take you away from the things you love. So get through it. Don't just mask the pain. Let QC Kinetics regain what pain took away for you. And in the month of November, get $500 off your treatment if you are a veteran. They're going to do this on Veterans Day. QC Kinetics is giving back to our heroes $500 off your treatment. For every non-veteran who starts care, QC Kinetics will donate $500 to Wounded Warriors and their project. So call now, set your appointment, bring your x-rays and MRIs. 479-999-1234.
Text here in the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Brian in Cave Springs says, morals my butt. I want to be relevant in football. Petrino will handle the differently and already hire him, and let's move on. The phrase I used in hour one was brace for impact. Brace for impact. If you don't like Bobby Petrino, because I think he's going to be ultimately your head football coach, brace for impact because this is not going to end well. Everywhere that he's been, it hasn't ended well. I'll enjoy the fun because I think there is going to be some entertaining times with him as head coach. Any pushback on?
I asked the question, and I'm interested in your shift of position because I asked the question yesterday or day before on the Morning Rush Daily Question. If Arkansas wins these next two, if they beat Auburn and Mississippi State, do you pull the tag off and is the search over? And you pushed back on that.
Yeah, I said no because I don't think that's what they should do. But there's two different questions, right? What they should do and what's going to happen. I ultimately think, unless they go 5 down the stretch, that he is going to be named the permanent head coach. Should they name him the permanent head coach after 2 wins against winless SEC opponents? My answer is no.
Again,
that's
the only thing you can't do is string Bobby Petrino along while you're searching for, Nick Saban, Ryan Day, and all these other candidates' names that are, James Franklin, Vince Lombardi, all these people that Bear Bryant, all these people we're going to hire as our head coach and coordinators. And while we're doing that, Petrino slips out and takes another job somewhere else, and now you're back to Chad Morris. That would be like the ultimate disaster.
Mm-hmm.
And if you say, well, that will never happen, well, how did you end up with Chad Morris? We did it twice. You ended up because you chased all these other people. And, so what I'm saying is you can't do worse than Petrino.
They didn't have an AD then, too. That was
but they still fouled it up. And in the end, we chased a lot of people around, and we ended up with Sam Pittman.
Well, hold on. With Morris or Pittman, help me on this. Who was a candidate with, like, Gus? That was the Gus theme.
Well, that was the one everybody was all in on. There was going to be all this money put in, and
and Gus got a pay raise.
And Gus leveraged. I don't know if Gus leveraged it, but it ended up him getting a nice extension and buyout situation with Auburn.
Was that who was another candidate in that search? Do you remember?
He was the lead candidate.
Okay,
I don't remember who else was in there, and then obviously you went after Leach and you went after Kiffin primarily. It seemed that's the appearance in the search that resulted in either Barry Lundy or Pittman, and they went with Pittman. So.
Okay. So we could be, as you said, back to square one.
But what I'm saying is you've got a coach that's going to be attractive, maybe not to another SEC school, maybe not to another Power 5 school. And I might be wrong about that, or Power 4 school, I should say. But there's going to be a group of 5 coaches that leap up to the next level, that step up. And I use Memphis as an example because I think Ryan Silverfield's going to be a candidate.
Yeah.
That's what we can't mess around and do.
Okay.
So, I think the quicker if you're not getting the love back, Jimmy Sexton didn't tell you what you want to hear, you're not going to hire James Franklin, you're not going to get this wow factor, then let's just get a guy I know can win. I think Bobby Petrino can win. You can say, well, Tommy, Tennessee, Texas A&M. Well, those were 2 pretty damn good schools.
Top 15, one on the road,
right
one at home. And you played the best you have at home against a ranked opponent since I guess Texas last year.
Now, that's why I think you really need to win this weekend, because I don't think Auburn has a number next to their name.
Well, let's see if they win this weekend. Jacob Goins, host of On the Line in Auburn, joins us on ESPN 106.7. He also hosts Locked On Hoosiers podcast, and we'll talk about Kirk Cignetti coming up. Jacob, if straightforward, let's just get to it. If Arkansas beats Auburn tomorrow, does Hugh Freeze get his papers on Sunday?
I don't know if it comes on Sunday, but I think that would be the final straw. And the conversation we've had is like, if this is the game, right, if this is the litmus test, if this is the one where it's like, all right, Hugh Freeze, your job is on the line moving forward. If that's the mentality, hasn't the decision already been made? Haven't you already decided that he's going to be gone and that he's not the answer? Because no disrespect in this game itself tomorrow, but we're talking about 2 winless teams in the SEC, guys. What does a win for Auburn over Arkansas with an interim head coach prove to the Auburn fan base after a 4-game losing streak? It would show, hopefully, that the offense has fixed itself and that the defense can still get up and play a game. But no, I think if you lose this game tomorrow, that should be it. That should be done, because Clearly, Freeze has proven that he can't win the big games, and this would mean winning a game that isn't as big since Arkansas is not ranked. So I think so, but I don't know.
How much of an impact is losing Connor Lew, the Auburn starting center, for not just this game tomorrow, but the rest of the season, for an offensive line that's given up the most sacks in the league?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, Connor Lew's an NFL guy. He's the best one. He's the anchor. And look, losing your center on any offensive line, I don't care if you're playing Pee-wee, JV, high school, or college. I mean, you're talking about the guy on your offensive line. But Connor Lew was one of the few constant or consistent guys on that front, right? I mean, somebody that, again, will be playing on Sundays, one that the snaps are always clean. He always gets his blocks. He really doesn't get beat all that much. And now you're going to a kid who's 17 years old who should still be playing high school football that's now going to get his first start on the road. I mean, it's going to be scary, yes, and hopefully the atmosphere doesn't get to him and get to this Auburn offense. But, yeah, we know the sack numbers are not great for the line as a whole, and Jackson Arnold hasn't been great as a whole either. So, yeah, losing Connor Lew is a big deal, guys, and hopefully it doesn't come back to haunt Auburn tomorrow.
Jacob, I want to go back to how Auburn's arrived at 0-4. The hideout play with Satania in the OU game, some very questionable things that happened in the Georgia game. I know those were things fans were screaming about in those moments, but is that part of the equation that's part of the talking points? Is it something John Cohen is considering? I mean, I know he got after the refs, in that one game. I mean, Auburn has gotten the short end of the stick a couple of times this year already.
Yeah, and that was the talking point after Oklahoma, obviously, and so much that we're starting to see some changes around officiating because of Oklahoma and Georgia and things like that. But it was easy to have that as a talking point after Oklahoma, right? It's like, okay, they had a free touchdown. You had several things that didn't go your way, and all right, you lose by a score on the road to what ends up being a pretty good Oklahoma team, and you can say that the officials really did take a victory away from you. That's fine. Then you go on the road to Texas A&M, and your offense just doesn't even do anything. They don't even show up. They hardly even play, and you still only lose that game by 6. Were there some questionable calls in that one? Sure, but that had nothing to do with officiating. That was Auburn not being able to put a competent offense together. Then you come back versus Georgia, and you have every chance, right? You jump on them early, you're up 10-0, have a chance to be up 17-0 going into the locker room most likely, and then the play that has happened in every single loss this year for Auburn, the play that you can go back to, point to it and say, that's where Auburn flipped. That's where Auburn turned on itself. That's where Auburn crumbled. It was the goal line play with Jackson Arnold, who got in, broke the plane, but instead they turn it over. They give it to Georgia, who goes down the field and scores before halftime. And at that point, people knew. Auburn had a 10-3 lead at halftime, guys, at their home stadium, and the fans said, we're going to lose. Yeah. We're going to lose. And that's how that game went. And so, yes, officiating has been a talking point, but then when you come back home and you lose the way you did to Missouri, all of that goes out the window because you had chances to win that game. Officiating wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. You had chances to win that one, and you simply couldn't do it. So the argument of officiating is fine for a couple of these losses, but that's far gone, and we're way past that now.
So how emotionally overdrawn is this team's account right now? I mean, how much of these roller coaster rides, and mainly the loops and going down the hill and their stomach flip, how much more can they take? And, how much resiliency do you think this team has?
Funny enough, we're going to find out tomorrow, right? I mean, I think tomorrow is that ultimate test for the team. Now, I'm not talking Hugh Freeze because I think I've got my answer on him, but on the team itself, right? The defense for this Auburn team is a top 5 unit in the country. I believe that. I mean, look at their losses. You've given up 24, 16, 20, and 23 to 4 top 15 opponents in a row. That's a winning effort, guys. That's a winning defensive effort by DJ Durkin and his squad, who have continued to show up and defend low points on the scoreboard. That's the side of the football that I'm worried about in terms of their buy-in, right? Because they've never crumbled before. This was the story last year. I just have a bad feeling with a really talented Arkansas offense and an Auburn offense that has no life. I'm worried about the buy-in here moving forward. And so tomorrow will be that test. And if Auburn shows up and wants to be there, wants to win, wants to have a chance, I think they will. But if they don't, Arkansas can make this a long day for Auburn in Fayetteville.
So which matchup is more intriguing for you tomorrow? The Arkansas offense on the field against a talented Auburn defense, or the flip of that where Arkansas's defense has been as putrid as Auburn's offense? Which matchup is more important in determining the winner tomorrow in your mind?
Yeah, isn't that funny? Normally we talk about you have a good unit versus a bad unit and a good unit versus a bad unit. This is good on good and bad on bad. And so I think, crazy enough, Arkansas's offense will get some plays, they'll get some yards, they'll get some points, but Auburn's defense will keep them around like they typically do. So it's the other side. It's, can Auburn's offense, for the first time since Baylor in the opener back on a Friday night in Waco, can they look alive? Can they look good? Can they move the football down the field? Can they score when they get into the red zone? And turnovers haven't been a huge issue for this Auburn offense, which is nice. And so if you can play a little time of possession as well and just put some points on the board against this Arkansas defense that just has not been good, that's the side of the football that matters. And I'm sure you guys have been talking about it for the Razorbacks. It's, man, if you get a stop or two, you're confident in your offense to win you football games because they've looked really good as of late. So that's the side of the football for me. Can Auburn run the ball when they need to, give Jackson Arnold time to deliver, and get it to your playmakers? Man, these receivers are some of the best in the nation, but they're not having chances to show that. And look, they've had their opportunities at times, and they have not made the most of it. Drops have hurt this team a lot, and sacks have hurt this team, and decision-making has hurt this team. So, yeah, it's clearly, for me, the Auburn offense and the Arkansas defense, one of them has to perform well tomorrow, and the one that does is going to win this football game.
What's Auburn's fans feeling towards Bobby Petrino, who was there at one point under Tuberville? I mean, if Auburn lets go Hugh Freeze, would he be a candidate on the Plains?
I don't think so. I think there's some old school Auburn fans that are kind of tickled about this matchup just because of the relationship and the history there. But no, I don't think that Petrino would be on that list. A lot of the names you hear right now, John Summerall, Brent Key, those are two really hot names for Auburn. If the decision is made to move on from Hugh Freeze. But I heard you guys having an interesting conversation before I came on about Petrino and the chances of him getting the Arkansas job. I mean, is that going to happen? Is that what the feeling is there for Arkansas?
I tend to think it is, Jacob. I think that
I think he's the odds-on favorite right now.
Unless they go 0-5 down the stretch, and that's kind of where I am on that. In terms of like coaching notoriety right now, Petrino's obviously a big name for Arkansas fans, but Kirk Cignetti, I know you cover not only Auburn but Indiana. Why has that worked in Bloomington?
I mean, he's got that hard-nosed, old-school way of coaching and running a program. You got to remember, Kirk Cignetti comes from the Nick Saban tree, right? He was with Saban years and years ago, and Cignetti's been around the game for a long time, and I'm not saying they're the same. I'm saying they're very similar in how they act and how they run a daily program where everybody bought in. He stepped into Bloomington, and he said, look, this is what I need. This is how I need it, and I need it by this point. And Indiana said, all right, you got it, and he's won. And he's been able to prove it with that and just discipline. Guys, Indiana has 0 5-stars, 7 4-stars, and the rest are less than that. Think about that for just a moment. And they're the number 2 team in the country with probably the best resume in college football. It's because Cignetti just demands the most out of his players, and they love playing for him, and he's got 2 coordinators who are fantastic, in Mike Shanahan on offense and Brian Haynes on defense. And so his staff is incredible. His players are bought in, and they're just sound football players. They're not going to blow you away. I think Fernando Mendoza is really good. I think Elijah Surratt, the receiver, is really good. I think that defense is really good, but they're not 5-stars. Most of them aren't even 4-stars, and yet they just do the right things. They take care of the football, and they execute at a high level. And it's almost like a military academy, right? Like, those teams aren't going to blow you away with talent, but they're not going to screw up. They're not going to beat themselves, and that's what makes Indiana so good. So for Kirk Cignetti, man, I mean, he'll be in Bloomington until he wants to. He just got an extension. He's going to make $11.6 million a year, the 3rd highest paid coach in the country, and Indiana did not want to let him get away.
So what were the terms of his buyout as well? I know all the leverage was in his favor, but I'm interested to see if there's any change in the trend with how these buyouts are going to be set up moving forward with the modern world we live in with rev share and NIL.
Well, unfortunately, if you're Indiana, you got taken to the cleaners in a good way, because all of that money, guys, is fully guaranteed. So $11.6 million a year through 2033, fully guaranteed. They could fire him. I think the contract starts November 1, November 1 or December 1. I can't remember. But as soon as that new contract kicks in, by the way, he just got an extension last year, too. So this is a double down for what they wanted to do. As soon as that new contract kicks in, they could fire him the next day, and they owe him every single penny. So for Indiana, it's nice for now. For Cignetti, it's great. But if I zoom out just a little bit and look at the landscape of college football, I hate that this is the trend. I hate that this is where we've gotten to, right? Obviously, Arkansas knows about paying buyouts. Auburn knows about paying buyouts. And Indiana very well could pay a buyout if Cignetti decides to just cash it in, or he's not successful in 3 years. It's like, man, that's a lot of money to put up fully guaranteed for a guy that's getting up there in age. And so, yeah, he gets a retention bonus every year. He's got Big Ten winning bonuses and playoff bonuses, national championship bonuses. I mean, you name it, he got it in there, man. His agent did him well, and he's getting paid because of it.
Well, that's not a business model that can sustain itself. And when you get when you get yourself in a highly leveraged position like Indiana was, and you fear losing something, you can't mortgage everything down to your shorts, and it sounds like they have.
Yeah, they have, and I'm with you, man. We've talked a lot here in Auburn about like who's going to be the program or the athletic director, athletic department when a big name coach comes to them and they're trying to come to some agreement. Which athletic department is going to say, no, we're not going to give in to those terms? That's absurd. That's ridiculous. I mean, we're talking about Texas A&M paying Jimbo Fisher $76 million to walk away. James Franklin just got paid, 50-something million to walk away. We're talking about Brian Kelly possibly being paid 50-something million to walk away. Like, how did we get to this point? That's kind of the discussion we've had is, man, where did this get out of hand, out of line, to where the athletic directors and departments have just kind of given in to the demands of these coaches and paid them all this guaranteed money? We see it in pro sports a lot with like basketball players and baseball players and things where you hear they sign a $300 million contract with $250 of it guaranteed. Like, that's just absurd to me. And it's going to take somebody to risk not hiring that big name coach to put their neck out there and say, we're not going to put ourselves in harm's way to bring you into this program because it's just simply not worth it. I don't know who that is. I don't know how you do that, and it's going to take some stones to do it. But whoever does could possibly try to bring us back down to earth, because I agree. You can't keep doing this because the buyouts are only going to get bigger.
Well, to answer your question, how we got here, desperation. You're desperate to cling on to wins. You're desperate to cling on a coach that brings you joy and hope, and we deal in hope. Hope's the currency of college football, and desperation to hang on to that's how we got where we're at. Jacob, great conversation. We'll see you at the Arkansas-Auburn game.
Yeah, we appreciate it, guys. Always enjoy the time, and hopefully Auburn can put together some offense tomorrow in Fayetteville. We're looking forward to it.
Jacob Goins, host of On the Line, Mondays 2 to 4. Monday through Friday, 2 to 4 in Auburn on ESPN 106.7.
Hey, we're brought to you by Valley Urgent Dental. Why wait till Monday? If you have a dental emergency this weekend, your dentist is out of town and unavailable, and you'll have to wait till Monday. But there's no need to wait till Monday. At Valley Urgent Dental, they know your pain can't wait. And whether it's a broken tooth, a sports injury, an abscess, a painful infection, they've got you covered. Dr. Kendall Roberts and Dr. Doug Terry are there when you need them the most. 479-235-5655 is the number. 235-5655. Valley Urgent Dental, available on the weekends when your regular dentist is closed. 479-235-5655 or see Valley Urgent Dental, 5505 Upper Lane behind Golden Corral in Fort Smith. Don't wait till Monday. Your smile deserves immediate care with Valley Urgent Dental.
Cam Newton. Yeah. You're right, but We in Arkansas, bro. It's Auburn week, bro. Come on. Man. Come on. You just remind me. I'm 6'6".
Do you like that comp? Cam Newton, Taylor Green. That's what Caleb Wooden was talking about on Razorback Football Live Wednesday night. You're playing Auburn this week. I know that's a guy that none of our fans enjoyed because he hung 63, 65 on you in that 2010 game. But Petrino was talking about him earlier this week. It's like, man, we couldn't tackle him. You like that comp for Taylor?
No, I like the Matt Jones comp better. I like the way he runs. I like the shiftiness. He's good enough throwing the football.
Mm-hmm.
I think the way Talon hides the football, his play action skills, the way he puts it in the belly, pulls it out, reads the end, all those mechanics of making this offense go, he's the guy because the way he uses his hands to deceive. And how many times has he faked the camera out? If you watch the game, the camera's going the wrong way. I mean, that is it, because those guys that run these cameras for the network are really good.
Mm-hmm.
They're really good, and they have been faked out. Announcers have been faked out. Let's be honest. As we've been watching the game, we've all been faked out. His mechanics with play action and that read offense are just incredible.
Yeah, lots still to get into. SEC update, Tony Vitello, some comments about the San Francisco 49er job, Hugh Freeze on this upcoming matchup with the Razorbacks, and some big games as well.
Hey, Farm Credit of Western Arkansas has 25 locations around our state. You can find one at myaglender.com. That's myaglender.com. Stop in at Farm Credit if you're looking to finance a home, if you're looking to refinance, or you're looking to spruce up a home and you need a line of credit to get that done. No one knows more about agricultural lending than Farm Credit of Western Arkansas. Again, 25 locations around our state, myaglender.com. That's myaglender.com for Farm Credit of Western Arkansas.
Also, a certain former Alabama quarterback is running for a political position. We'll get into that next.
You're in the middle of Football Friday on the Morning Rush, presented by QC Kinetics. Get real lasting relief from chronic joint pain.
I'm going to be honest, bro. This is the Morning Rush.
Up to $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off, or take 4.9% for up to 84 months. Lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer and go 0 to 60 in under 3.9 seconds for as low as $9.99 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
When you need tough and paint just isn't enough, check out River City Coatings in Van Buren. When it comes to your metals, paint can peel and crack over time. Whether it's your patio furniture, rims or trims on your automobile, or heavy equipment, no one has time for a redo. Powder coating provides the toughness you need. Preserve your investment with powder coating from River City Coatings. River City Coatings, certified John Deere, Caterpillar, ISO 9001, Packer, and UL provider of tough. River City Coatings, 471-7675, or online at rivercitycoatings.com.
Contractors, you've got jobs to win and customers to impress. That's why you choose Luxair HVAC systems, built for performance, efficiency, and reliability. And at J&B Supply, we've had your back since 1968. We're a local family-owned distributor that treats our customers like family too, with the products, expertise, and service you need to get the job done right. For over 50 years, HVAC and plumbing pros have trusted J&B Supply in Fort Smith, Springdale, and Bentonville. J&B Supply, where the professionals go.
Looking for a roofing company you can trust? Meet Three Ladies in a Roof. We're locally owned, certified, insured, and bonded roofing company. Three Ladies in a Roof can handle everything from start to finish with honesty, quality, and integrity. A hard-working company that knows roofing. Go with the crew that gets it done right. Three Ladies in a Roof stands behind their roof so you can stand under it. Call 501-658-3193. Three Ladies in a Roof, helping you with all your roofing needs. Ready to serve the River Valley.
Dad, the driver looks dirty.
Ew, yucky, Daddy.
Hey, don't worry, boys. That's what we do best. At My Dreams Mo Wash, we make homes, businesses, and even big industrial spaces shine like new.
So you can clean houses and big buildings?
That's right. Residential, commercial, or industrial. No job's too big or too small. Call My Dreams Mo Wash today at 479-763-5561 or visit mjmowash.com.
My Junior's Mobile Wash. One call, cleans it all.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Harrod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087, or online at servicemasterpc.com.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion.
You know, every game is a dogfight.
We're about the tough there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hawks have finally held the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
I mean, I watched them this morning. They are really talented on offense. Green is playing at an extremely high level, has a really good running back, tight ends, receivers, and is making those plays that are not designed plays at a high level, and Bobby does a really good job, coaching offense. And so I don't expect our kids they're going to come and compete like they have every time. But I mean, this team's scoring a lot of points on some really good defenses. So it's a great challenge for us for sure.
While the Razorbacks and the Tigers are different, in one team's defense is really good and the offense is really good, Tommy, when you look at the games that they played, Auburn's played top 25 opponents, 4 of them really close. The Razorbacks have played Ole Miss, Tennessee, and A&M, all really close. They're both vying for their first SEC win. Again, different styles, but a lot of similarities in terms of how the schedule's played out thus far.
Well, exactly. And just polar opposites on which side of the ball is working versus not working, but good enough to beat anybody, right? I mean, Arkansas's been good enough to go to the wire with 3 top 15 teams and done the same with Auburn. I think this is a really intriguing matchup, and as Michael Buffer has said before, somebody's O has got to go, and somebody's going to get a lot of relief, and someone's going to have a lot of heartache tomorrow night. Someone may be out of a job if it doesn't go Auburn's way.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of attention paid to this game outside of fans in Fayetteville and Auburn or across both states, because there are some other marquee SEC matchups this weekend, like Ole Miss taking on Oklahoma and Norman, Missouri traveling to Nashville to take on a favorite in Vanderbilt, and then A&M trying to beat LSU. Whitweeks is doubtful for that game. I think we both agree the biggest game's in Norman this weekend. It's a college football playoff elimination game. But I wonder if LSU loses at home to A&M. I mean, Brian Kelly at that point, the best he could go is 9-3 in the regular season. What could happen in Baton Rouge? What domino could fall there?
But again, I mean, last year I think the uncertainty of revenue sharing, ADs not knowing really what the budgets were going to be like, and then so really no one got fired. And now we look up and everyone's getting fired.
Yeah.
So I still don't know where the money's coming from to pay these buyouts, and particularly the ones that are guaranteed. Much like the one with Billy Napier in Florida, they owe him half of his buyout in the 30 days of his firing.
Yep,
that's a chunk of change. Now, obviously, you got reserves built up, but you can't be in the business very long and paying 3 coaches, and 2 of them not to work for you.
So isn't Arkansas? You're talking with Jacob about the positioning of ADs and athletic departments versus coaches. Arkansas is going to get raked over the coals in whatever deal they sign, right?
Well, I think that's what makes Bobby Petrino attractive. Because he doesn't have the leverage that, if you want to hire James Franklin, who's got the leverage?
Franklin.
Who's asking who out on this deal?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that the leverage is there with Petrino. And I don't know if he gives a hometown discount, but I don't think he's not going to, first of all, do you want to be known as the school paying your coach the least? No, I don't think you want to be at the bottom of that list in this conference.
Mm-hmm. Bottom
of that list is still probably $5 million at this point. I don't know what Clark Lee's making, and he may not end up at Vanderbilt, with the job he's done there.
He's an alum, but that is an intriguing.
My point is, I expect Petrino to make $6 million a year, kind of on the bottom end.
Mm-hmm.
What I would love to see is, give guy if 6 is kind of base salary now, right? Kind of standard, But I don't mind paying him 8 if he can win. And I think that's exactly what Hunter wants to do. Is hey, that's what he did with Sam. We'll pay you 6, and then if you can win this many games, we're going to increase that. There's built-in increases, and if you don't win, your buyout drops. I mean, I hope that becomes standard structure for everyone because it's not healthy for the sport. They can't sustain what they're doing.
Are you convinced that college coaches are going to take less for the betterment of the sport? Because if that's the deal, every school, and again, as Jacob was saying earlier in the hour, who's going to be the school that has the guts to finally stand up and say, well, that's the deal, take it or leave it? The problem is, as an AD, it's not your money. You don't want to be the one holding the bag when you don't have a coach, and these agents, put you in a leveraged position. But at some point, someone's going to have to, this industry is going to have to make a change. Well, I think while this isn't a perfect comparison, athletics departments and Congress, it doesn't really matter how much money. They're just going to keep spending it, right? ADs feel like...
Not right now. The government's shut down.
ADs feel like that, kind of like with college football coaches, their shelf life is not that long. So they feel like that there's no ramifications per se, and we just got to get the guy.
They make decisions to preserve their job.
Correct. Okay. So I don't think that's going to happen. Plus,
does it take chancellors? Does it take boards of trustees? No one would run their own business this way.
I just don't.
No one.
I get where you're coming from. I just don't see how it happens because nothing in society is going down in price, right? What makes you think college football head coaches?
I'm not talking about their salaries. Don't worry yourself with the salary. It's the buyout.
Okay.
I'm not concerned with what I got to pay him this year. It's what I got to pay him not to work here. That's the part that's got to change. I have no problem with, I would rather pay Bobby Petrino $8 million and have a far more favorable buyout situation. The buyouts are what's killing college football. It's not the extra couple $1 million this year or next year. It's that I'm going to what did he say? Kirk Cignetti's contract's 100% guaranteed through 2033. No one would run a business that way.
But for Hoosiers fans who have and the AD,
because we think with emotion, we're thinking with emotion, not logic.
And he has all the leverage, though. He can leave if he wanted to.
And you don't want to be the AD that let Kirk Cignetti get away.
Mm-hmm. Who could win a national championship. All right, SEC update continues on. A.J. McCarron is running for lieutenant governor of Alabama. So what you got?
Who's running again, did you say?
A.J. McCarron.
Okay.
So you got Tommy Tuberville, who's a senator. Feinbaum and Pearl have at least been tossed out as names.
Feinbaum ain't running.
It's just wild to me how many former sports figures that we have in Alabama that are doing it. McCarron's doing podcasts and other stuff right now. I actually enjoy listening to him. He was dead wrong about Taylon Green. I love listening to that audio clip, how wrong he was about Taylon.
It make you feel better?
It does, yeah. I like vindication. I like when people are wrong about Razorback
you
football.
Keep receipts?
Yes, I keep receipts.
Right there in his planner.
Yeah. And my planner. Tommy, what do you make of this last thing here in your SEC? Actually, we got two more things. This Ken Williamson thing, who's been permanently suspended by
I don't think that's real. I think that's AI. You seen anything from the league on that? Because I've seen several things throughout this year that aren't real.
Colton, am I wrong? Did I fall into a Sintel trap again?
I've seen some things as well, but I haven't. I'll verify.
I don't think that's real.
Bleacher Report, AL.com, New York Post. It's real. It's not just
no one in this league gets permanently suspended. What does permanently suspended mean?
You're the ref. I was asking you. It's not AI. We can confirm it's not AI.
Yeah, it's real.
Or have they all been? I don't know. Okay, I need to look because I don't think that's. I don't believe it's real just based on no one in the circles, and I don't run in the college football circles, but no one's spoke of this. Now, I think it's...
The SEC declined to comment this past
year. It is real, Thursday. So knowing that it is real...
Why would you suspend one official on a crew of 8, number one?
Maybe he had money on the game, allegedly.
Now, where do you get that? You just made that up.
The NBA stuff that just happened. I have no idea. That's why I'm asking you.
No, because the reports that are out there, it has to do with on-field performance. And I think some of the,
Well, yeah, the Auburn and Georgia mishap. I think there was another game this year. That was a joke, by the way. If anyone didn't pick up the sarcasm, I was laughing while I said that. Maybe it's not something to joke about, but I thought you'd have a strong take about this. I was personally, I was like, I don't think this is right.
I don't know what permanently suspended entails. Generally, they don't suspend one person off of a crew. That's what gives me some pushback on the validity of it. So what we need to do is, and I've got someone I can text here. I'll text during the break. But what we also need to do is watch games this weekend, and if he's out there, you can come back and say, Tommy, you were right.
Okay.
And I may be wrong on this. I mean, I've been out of town. I hadn't really followed it, but I've got questions about the validity of the story.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of pretty high profile ESPN. I mean, it's not
reading
validity.
The ESPN article right now.
Yeah.
Williamson, who was the crew chief in that game, told SEC officials prior to the opening game that he was going to retire after the season, sources had said. Okay. So he was going to be done anyway, so they just said, well, why don't you just hang up because you suck.
You age out. I don't know that he sucks. He's worked some championship games and stuff for this league, but I'm going to tell you, I don't think he understands the pressure at that level. I don't think I fully understand it, but I think he's had a couple rough games. So
isn't he making like $5,000 a game? It's like college, that comes with the money. Isn't that right?
Is that a lot of money?
$5,000 for 4 hours of work?
There's a lot more than 4 hours of work go into that.
Okay.
About 25, 30 hours a week of work to get ready to do a game.
That's still pretty.
Plus you travel, but I'd love to have the chance to do it. Don't get me wrong, but let me look more. I saw that this week, and I just the way the graphic looked and the way the article was written, it gave me some pause.
You report back on Monday. Right. Clarify that. Last thing here.
Y'all may be 100% right on this.
Oh, we are right. It's just I
don't know if you're 100% right. You've never. I'm 100%. I'm 100% certain you've never been 100% right.
99.9.9.9 whatever. Last thing here, LSU left tackle Tyree Adams. He's got surgery on an ankle. You know who's starting in his first college football game this weekend?
Carius Kern.
Marion's own Carius Kern, who you had decommitted, and is now in Baton Rouge. So that'll obviously impact him when you go to Baton Rouge here in 3 weeks. But Arkansas's own Carius Kern starting his first college football game and maybe the biggest game of LSU season thus far against Texas A&M.
All right, SEC update brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions. They've opened a second location about a year ago in Sallisaw, Oklahoma. They're in Fort Smith, so whether you're in Arkansas or Oklahoma, Jackie is licensed in both states, ready to help you, and they can handle all family law matters. They can handle car wrecks, slip and fall cases, and criminal cases as well. So if you find yourself, I don't know if it's a gambling sting that you've been caught up in, but, maybe you found yourself in a criminal matter, something that maybe we're not talking about in the news today in the world of sports. Jackie is ready to take care of you. Plus, they have easy-to-understand retainers and down payments, flat fees that make sense to you, and monthly payment plans that work for you as well. 479-769-1505 is their number, 769-1505, or go to mocklegalsolutions.com.
All right, some Northwest Arkansas news that I think a lot of people have talked about or interested. You see Nick and Carrie are selling Herman's?
I did. Makes me sad.
I was sad, too.
I got to get up there and eat with Nick and Carrie soon. I don't want to miss that.
Restaurant's been around since 1964.
Nick's such a great guy.
Yeah, Nick's owned it since Nick and Carrie have owned it since 2013. It's a Hall of Fame Arkansas restaurant. I hope it doesn't change. I immediately text our buddy JT Finley at Shelter Insurance. I was like, I just hope they don't, because he goes there every week. I don't get to go there as much, but that's my, whoever buys it, just don't change it. Things changed. Piece of me died when Mama Dean's went away. I don't want Herman's to be a situation where it doesn't feel like it's the same place when you walk in those doors.
I know you're not a mac and cheese fan, but their mac and cheese is as good as it gets. The steaks are great. You get the gear. You get,
Garlic
the
sauce.
big, is it the Watson? With the big hamburger patty and the gear on top. Got to have that. I mean, that's a great lunch right there. So, yeah. And hey, the other thing you can't, whoever buys it, don't be messing with those aquariums either.
Whoever buys it, don't be messing with the aquariums either. What do you? I know the aquarium's there, but
Yeah, I mean, don't take those out or say, "Hey, we're not."
Oh,
what I'm saying
thinking
is,
I'm thinking of whoever's buying lunch. I was thinking
no. Whoever buys the
Yeah,
restaurant,
the restaurant. Okay.
don't take the. I mean, that's part of the ambiance of.
Yeah.
Of Herman. There's so much history just on the walls.
Mm-hmm.
So, incredible place. Nick and Carrie deserve all the best.
Other restaurant news: Gus Malzahn was at Calico this week. Did
I
you
got
see?
about 9 texts about this. Good Lord.
Oh man.
Was he? Yeah, he was having lunch with Hunter over a cinnamon roll.
I got
Absolutely.
it. So Christy was the woman there, right? Is blonde. He was turning around. So my buddy Jake Phelps sent me that picture, and I was like, I kind of want to start a firestorm this week. So I put it up. I credited him.
I was just surprised, and I don't. Is Florida State on a bye?
Yeah, they are on a bye.
Okay, that makes sense. He was, I'm sure, here visiting Miss Edie, his mama, and Ray, and he's a strong fan. I don't remember a day not knowing Gus. I mean, I've known that family, and they're great people, and he adores his mother, and I am certain that him and Christy were in town to see family. So
Hunter wasn't meeting him in the.
I don't think they, now Calico County's got those great cinnamon rolls. I'm sure Hunter couldn't resist, but I would think they would be a little more conspicuous. But no, I don't think Gus is interested in the job, and I don't think that's a name probably at the top of the list. You could do worse. You could do worse than Gus Malzahn. We have done worse than Gus Malzahn.
I'll just think Petrino's
I don't
the interim
think that.
hiring.
I don't think that's where the program's headed. But I'd love it. I mean, he's great dude, great man.
Just an entertaining picture. Arkansas fans always keeping their eyes open and listening to the ground when it comes to anything coaching related.
His place used to be Juan's on Towson Avenue.
Now
One time, you and John Neighbors, when he worked here, were driving back from SEC Media Days. I hadn't been that year. And the last person that spoke that year at SEC Media Days was Gus Malzahn. And y'all were like not even a Tupelo yet. And he had spoken like 2:30 that afternoon. Y'all were on the road. And I go to Juan's to pick up a to-go order. And here comes this Suburban pulling in.
It's him.
And Gus and Christy and both sets of parents unload from this car. I said, I just saw you on TV. So I think I remember taking a selfie of me and Gus and sending it to you and John, and y'all didn't appreciate it. I said, y'all should have hopped a ride with Gus back on the plane.
Yeah, there was
because he flew straight from Hoover, Birmingham, right to Fort Smith.
Are we going to? There's some good golf in Tampa. Can we go to Tampa this next year?
Is that where it's going to be?
Yeah.
Me and Colton are going. Somebody's got to run the board. Boy, if I took that away from him, if I said, Ty, this is the year, he'd quit. He would quit.
There's a lot of things.
That is your Augusta National.
Super Bowl.
Listen, I take a lot of flack from different shows across this station, from management. There are things that I stand firm on, and that is one of them. Don't mess with the big dog on that one. I'll just leave it at that.
Big dog.
I'll just leave it at that.
Oh. All right, we got to run. Brought to you by Gaston's White River Resort. If you've read something about trout fishing on the White River and regulations changing, yes, there's been some reg changes due to an emergency situation. But that doesn't mean the White River shut down. That doesn't mean you can't go to Gaston's and have a great time. It's just catch and release for a little while. All right, their guides will still show you a great day on the river, and you can really enjoy what's happening at Gaston's White River Resort. 870-431-5202. Gaston's. A first-class time every time.
You're in the middle of Football Friday on the Morning Rush, presented by QC Kinetics. Get real lasting relief from chronic joint pain.
Up to $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off, or take 4.9% for up to 84 months. Lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer and go 0 to 60 in under 3.9 seconds for as low as $9.99 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Hungry for steak? TGI Fridays in Fort Smith is serving up the best hand-cut 14-ounce ribeyes, tender 8-ounce bacon wrap fillets, and massive loaded baked potatoes. It's the new steakhouse menu at TGI Fridays. And for football nights, Monday and Thursday, it's wings for just 50 cents each, all day long. Boneless or traditional with a 10-piece minimum. Bring the team, bring the fans. Big groups are welcome, and we're open till midnight on Friday and Saturday. TGI Fridays, steaks, wings, football, it's all here at TGI Fridays at 540 and Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Why wait till Monday for your dental emergency? At Valley Urgent Dental, we know your pain cannot wait. Broken tooth, painful infections, sports injuries, we've got you covered. Dr. Kendall Roberts and Dr. Doug Terry are here when you need them most. Call them at 479-235-5655. Valley Urgent Dental is available on weekends when your regular dentist is closed. Valley Urgent Dental at 5505 Uper Lane behind Golden Corral in Fort Smith. Do not wait. Your smile deserves immediate care.
Hey drivers, got a reefer on the fritz or a trailer that needs some TLC? Roll into High Tech Truck Refrigeration Service in Van Buren, your one-stop, full-service, semi-truck and trailer repair facility, proudly serving you for over 30 years. At High Tech Truck, they do it all. DOTs, preventative maintenance, structural repairs, and expert reefer service. Fast, reliable, and driver approved. Call High Tech Truck today at 479-474-2220. Keep your wheels and your freight moving. High Tech Truck, proud sponsors of Arkansas football.
Whether it's torque, horsepower, or just extreme work, diesel trucks do their job. But when your diesel truck needs maintenance or repair, it's time to head to Extreme Diesel. Everything from standard maintenance to extreme repairs, including injector testing. Extreme Diesel delivers. They have the tools and service for your Cummins, Duramax, or Power Stroke. You trust your truck to deliver on your needs, and you can trust your truck at Extreme Diesel. 6630 Alma Highway between Van Buren and Alma. Check them out on Facebook or give them a call at 651-3363. They're bilingual.
Now offering CP4 solutions for both Chevy and Ford, as well as heavy-duty diesel repair and diagnostics.
Here's NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin.
As a race car driver for 40 years, I survived a lot of crashes. Not everyone can run into a wall at 200 miles an hour and walk away. Without a seatbelt, I wouldn't be alive today. Now I'm retired, back home in Arkansas driving my pickup. I'm shocked how many people aren't wearing seatbelts. Why risk your life when it only takes 2 seconds to buckle up? Take it from number 6. Buckle up, Arkansas.
A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Number you could for reach.
The worldwide leader in sports.
It was her first ball game with my wife, and we ended up on that field. We were in section 104.
Brother, you just turned the light bulb on. You gotta go with somebody. At least I go with the winner.
Tommy, they're great.
You're listening to The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963.
Yeah, and if you're a military veteran, I got 6 tickets for you. You don't have to be active. You can be retired. 6 tickets for the Auburn game this weekend. That is the only stipulation. If you want to go free, I got you 6 tickets.
APAC and Standard Materials Group is your number one source for top quality aggregates, rock, sand, asphalt, ready-mix concrete, brought to your job site, 479-587-3300. Their construction consultant services will make sure your job stays on track as well. 479-587-3300.
There's no trivia or anything. Again, if you're an active or if you're a retired military veteran, 6 tickets thanks to Jeremy. If you want to call the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963 here on a Football Friday.
It's been a Football Friday brought to you by QC Kinetics. 479-999-1234 is their number. It's speaking of veterans, get $500 off your treatment if you're a veteran and one of our heroes. If you're not and you're a non-veteran, you can start care with QC Kinetics, and they'll donate $500 to the Wounded Warriors Project. 999-1234 for QC Kinetics.
Halftime's next.
Few things in life are more important than showing up. Whether you show up for your family, friends, or teammates, it doesn't hurt to bring a plate of their